And then I actually, my vision got really blurry, and I think I passed out. So if you can help me somehow with that, and also I need to tie in about, well, you don't know this, but just before I left, I was in the hospital too, because I had a bad attack where, the pollution caused my blood to thicken, and my heart couldn't push it through, my blood through my lungs, so my heart rate went up to 249 over 150 from 120 over 80. They gave me whatever it was, some kind of, among things they did, injection in my blood that's in my blood. And that worked. They wanted me to stay in the hospital overnight to give me more tests to see if I had a stroke. And I didn't want to do that. So I signed papers waiving responsibility on their part, and I left. But this arm's been tingling ever since then. I guess what I really want to ask you to help me with is I'm going to go, and I need to find out essentially two things from you. As is now, when I get exposure to toxins or pollution, my autoimmune system goes nuts. And I either get cerebral edema attack, where I don't know what I'm doing or my name or anything like that, completely intellectually incompetent, or I get a respiratory attack, in the case where, I either start choking or coughing and gagging and going to fits, or I get a respiratory attack where my blood thickens and it feels like my chest is going to explode. Or I get an attack where, where all the poisons start coming out of my skin. And which there always is, like lesions and all kinds of that, on my hands and back and that, but there's a huge increase in it. So I guess two things. I'd like you to help me with a medical kit so that there's only two things that I think would be life-threatening. One is if my brain stops working well, because it's so dangerous, obviously, in these disasters, that if my brain isn't working right, I'll be killed. And the second, I won't have the wits to take care of my medical problems. The second thing is I need whatever that drug is, that they injected in my blood to thin my blood to stop me from, having a heart attack. I need to have some of that. So, and by the way, when I was gone too, I monitored my blood pressure all the time, make sure that my blood pressure wasn't, going through the roof when I was having these respiratory attacks. Like I said, I had 9 of them. So I need that drug so that I can inject myself and thin my blood out, to stop myself from having a heart attack. So if you can help me put together a medical kit that'll help me survive longer and function better at these disasters, I'd greatly appreciate it. The second thing is I'm wondering, is there some way I can direct it or I can control which kind of reaction I'm going to have? If I can direct it so that, whatever reaction I have is just poison coming out through my skin, it's uncomfortable and painful and itchy as hell and all that, but it's not going to kill me. Not like, my heart exploding or my going into cerebral edema attack. So, if you can help me with those two things, I'd greatly appreciate it. But I'd also like to tell you that from a personal point of view, my God, I've never felt so alive again, so useful again. and whatever it is about me. I mean, I bet you I was the calmest person in Italy, even when I was having those attacks. I mean, whatever it is about my life being in danger and all the stress and everything just so totally relaxes me. I feel so calm, and the adrenaline goes right through my brain. I mean, I even forget about the pain that I'm in. I'm so busy, my mind's so active. I mean, just for example, I mean, I don't know anything in Italian, but I was just thinking like crazy. I mean, and it almost reminded me of the time when I had this like 5-minute conversation with this woman in 1985 in Spanish, and I never knew a word of Spanish, and I don't know where it came from. It's miraculous. But I know this. 8 years of being sick every single minute of the day with all of these problems, medical problems, and all of this, I had it. And, you know, just, I trade a few minutes, or, you know, if I can go and 4 or 6 missions before I wind up getting killed, then I'll just think it's the most wonderful thing in the world. And I gotta tell you, you know, like, before I go to disasters, before I got sick at 911, I always said to myself, you know, 2 things. I asked myself 2 questions. Is it worth dying for? And will I save at least 100 lives by going? And if I could answer those 2 questions, yes, then I went. And what I did in Italy was worth dying for right then and there. And if I can live to do another 4 or 6, then, well, I'll just be thrilled. So, you know, I know that Tom Lang and his other, you know, gangster friends, you know, they're going to attack me and say, you know, I'm a phony and fraud and there's nothing wrong with me and all that kind of, you know, bullshit and lies like they always have to destroy me and our rescue team. So I thank you for the 27-page medical report and scientific analysis that, you know, you gave me regarding my health condition before, you know, a couple of weeks ago. Well, Tim, I can't thank you enough. I'd be dead without you. My God, you're a brilliant scientist and one of the most fantastic doctors in the world, and I just thank you so much for helping me. And I hope you can help me with this, because I really don't want to live any kind of normal life. I mean, my life's about doing good and helping people. And if I can't go into those life-threatening circumstances and do it, then I just don't want to live like this. So I hope you help me. Little side note here, so the Franciscan Friars, you know, they're sending those DVDs, you know, all up to their members all over the entire world to help save children. And another thing too, since I got back, I got an email from the Chinese government saying that they'd like to send 6, they describe as high-level government officials over to meet with me, including the minister of the government in charge of that entire province that was affected by the earthquake they had there. So I guess they're getting on the Triangle Light program, and in a big way. And also I had a request from someone to translate it into French. And also I've been asked to come down to the Caribbean and do some training down there. You know, as you know, getting on a plane is life-threatening for me, unless you can help me out with that. I won't be flying anywhere just to do training, but flying that saves lives, that's something I'm willing to do. So, Tim, thanks. Take care. God bless.